Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. We're going to learn about workflows, which is a topic in MBA 800 exam under Setup Business Central, which is 20-25%. And if you go down, you'll see the topic, which is manage approvals by using workflows. So we're going to learn about workflows today, how it works and what they are. Just a brief information that you can set up and use workflows to connect business process tasks performed by different users or system tasks such as automatic postings, and can be included in the setup in workflow. So system tasks can be preceded or followed by user tasks, and requests and granting approval to create new records are typically workflow steps. For example, if you're working in a company and if you got IT system and you need any approval, let's say for example your limit is £1,000 and you need, for example, an approval for over £1,000, so then you create a request or you click the document and it goes to the third person or manager who will approve it, and that manager or TL or team leader will approve that request and then it will be approved. So there are two major workflows, Power Automate flows, or you can also say second one is approval workflows based on built-in workflow templates. So you need basically workflows. If you go to summary option and workflow, so you can see the workflows here, and I'm just gonna make I've already made one, so you want to show you how it was made. So you obviously start a new one if you want to do the new one. So if you want to make a new one, you can start from here, new workflow template. So I've already created this one, which is create customer credit limit change approval for workflow. So let's check into that. The name shows as this one, customer credit limit change approval workflow, and obviously it's enabled at the moment, so you disable it first. So let's see how it works. So when event, so when should it trigger? A customer record is changed. Okay, which record is changed? Credit limit LC is increased. So when it is increased, it should trigger a workflow. What's the response? That's the response. Let's click on the response. So the first thing is first, it says revert the value of the credit limit field on record and save the changes. It's going to save the changes and send it for approval. So what field do we need? Credit limit on the normally is customers. Okay, second option, let's see what's that. Second option is the option where you normally create an approval request for the record using approval type, sales pass, and all purchase or approval limit that's specified for the specific approval. So what you need here is you want to show a notification, yeah, confirmation message, yes. You can put the date as well, which date you want it for. You can delegate after that if you want to delegate it to someone else after that. Approval type, you got different approval types there. So you can be approver or salesperson, purchaser, or workflow user group as well. So you can set up with a user group. Approval limit type is specific, or you can say direct, or you can say these are four approved workflows. So approval chain is a different one, which is working through the chain. Is the direct and first qualified and specific. We'll go into details of these later on. And approver ID. So who is going to approve it? So you need the person who's going to approve it. That's Apple Eddie as approver. So he's got unlimited sales approval power, so you can approve it. So once you set up all of this, then you can press OK, and then you have to enable it so it starts working. Yeah, you can also import and export this as well. And the second type of obviously approval, you can go through Power Automate, and that will be a separate video for that. Second, and the next thing we're going to check is approval user setup. This is the space where you actually set up the users. So I've set up 3 users. You can click there, and you got whatever user you've got, you can check it. That's the user you can check through Admin Center as well. What users you've got here, so you can give them let's say if you want to make Eddie as a team leader and the rest of them as a normal purchaser or salesperson, you can send requests to Eddie. So that's why I chose Eddie as the salesperson or purchase. So you must put the code there. What's the code? So I put Benjamin Joe is as BC, so that's the code, and approver ID, sorry. So you can put the approver ID there as well, whichever you wanna put. So for these two, it's the approver is gonna be Eddie, and you can put the limit there as well. I just put unlimited at the moment, and you got different options there for different kind of approvals. So purchase amount approval limit, unlimited purchase approval limit, you can do that. Request amount approval limit or unlimited approval request limited, we can do that as well. So you can put these details, his email address and number, everything, or approval. You can make an approval administrator for everything. So this is the whole thing that works with approvals. If you want to test it, you can just go approval users setup test. You can preview it, and you must choose an ID. Let's choose an ID. So I've chosen 80. So if I put 80 there and preview it, it's gonna show you sales approval setup appears to be correct. That means it's working. So now we have set up the approval. So let's go to the customer and try to change the LC. So I'm going to change the School of Fine Arts. Let's see if there is any LC given. No. Okay, let's say you want to make it to 50,000. There we go. It says an approval request has been sent. The customer credit limit change was sent for approvals. So that means this person, whoever this user is, his limit is it's not in his limit to approve 50,000 credit limit for the customer for that person. Now the important thing is, so this is the user and the approval's gone to Eddie, so that's a different user. So you need to sign in with Eddie's account. Even if you're doing trial version, that's fine. You can open a new tab and you can get the details from here. Let's say I don't want to change IDs because obviously I've already set up the password. So you're going to change Lily's. Let's say Lily's. If you click on Lily and you set reset password, because it's just a guide, so you can learn from there. So reset password from there. You got Lily's email address and you got Lily's password. So this is how I logged into a different account, which is with Eddie. So Eddie's full name is showing as Eddie Gray, so that's why it's showing up as AG. Okay, so here, so when you're learning through trial, you need to make sure you're doing the things right. So you send a request from one user and you go on to the other user who's approval. So this is Eddie's account where we have received the approval. So we're going to go to the request, let's say request to approve, and if you click there, you will see that. You want to open it, you can open the record as well, and that will give you the information about what record was it. And if you go back, and if you want to approve this and you're happy with everything, you can just press approve and it's gone through and it's approved. And that's Eddie who's approving it. So we go back to School of Arts. So we changed this one. Let's go back and see if it's still 0 or it's changed. So you just refresh the Business Central from the top. So it's normally better to just refresh it, but otherwise you can go back and just check. So if we go now to the customers and click here, let's see what's the LC changed or not. So you can see the 50,000 amount has been changed after the approval. I'm going to do another tiny example. Let's say, for example, we'll say 545454, for example. Normally it's not like a normal example. Obviously, you can just put any amount there. Let's see that. What's it saying? the change because some of it's gonna be saved because some information on the page is okay. Let's go back and start again. Not a problem. Search. Oh, it's already 50,000, so I'm going to change to let's change this one. Yep, it's working. So it's approve request is sent. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna go to the other Addies account now and check the request. Global request entries. What was it? Request. Let me just check back, sorry, 1 second. We go request to approve. We got this request to approve, and it says the details. This is the customer name. This is what we're changing is LC, changing from 0 to this. If you want to approve it or if you want to reject it. That's it. We're gonna approve it, so we'll approve this here. And once we approve it, it will go to the other side of the thing, and then when we go back, it should be changed. So this is how it works with a specific approval. We're going to learn about other approvals in next videos. Thanks for watching. Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. In this video, we're going to learn about the topic which is in setup dimensions in setup Business Central, which is describe the dimension correction tools. So basically, user can now correct dimensions with generalized entries to ensure your financial reporting gives you accurate insight without having to make notes of temporary data entry mistakes. For one or more general entries, you can change dimension values, add dimensions, or remove them as well. So let's say we go to general ledger entries. And then we follow from there. So here it is. It says correct dimensions. Let's say we find we select 3 of the lines and just check the dimensions if we can correct it or remove it. Okay, so you click that, correct dimensions. So you can see all the areas dimension codes that are there, the code values are there, and obviously new dimension value. If you want to change it, you can correct it here. It shows the description name of this correction tool is as dimension correction 3. You can change it to anything wherever you want to change it to. Status for the timing, it says draft, and this button shows that update analysis views. If you want to use the analysis views as well, you can do that. For example, I want to change the area to a different one, so let's say we're going to go to area 30. And business plan, you're gonna say that it's office. Let's say this one is small, and multiple ones, obviously departments. Let's say if we say sales, new project dimension, we're gonna say 200, and then we're gonna say here salesperson is off. Next up, we're gonna take as validate dimension changes, so it's going to validate it. We're going to run and check if there's any problem with that. And it's to validate dimension correction, it's before we're going to actually run the dimension correction, so to just check that it's not breaking anything at the moment. So in this page or menu, you can say that it can run immediately, or you can schedule this later on according to the timings and whatever you want to do. So let's see if we say run immediately and press OK. The job to validate dimension correction was successfully scheduled. So we go back and just press run from there. Let's see what it says. So we're going to run immediately. It says it's successfully scheduled. Obviously it's done. So if you want to see the log of that, so you can go to job queue log entries, and you can see the dimensions. We've done it number 3 here, and number 4, and if you have done anything else, it will show on the logs everything. Another thing I want to mention is that if we want to, let's say, schedule it. Let's say we just want to schedule it later on, any other date or something like that. 30. Let's say industrial, small. Let's see, let me select all of that. So I've selected a different one. Obviously, the correction you can say you can change this. So if I run validate dimension changes, and let's say I want to schedule it, maximum number of times it can be run 3 times, not recursive. Sorry. Early start date is today's date, and we can say, let's say 10 p.m. Yes, 10 p.m. is fine. 12 hours, and press OK. Okay. Let's see where it's gone now. I'll show you that. So for that, to check where it's gone, you can go to job queue entries. And you can see the dimension correction validation is there. It's number 7, and it's ready as well. So schedule time is 10 o'clock at the moment. Obviously it's 11 past 21. So as soon as it comes 10 o'clock, it will be done. So sometimes it's just for the strategy, you can say that, so that when it's a busy time, or you want to do correction of dimension after everybody's finished work, or work people not working on Business Central, you can do the correction at that time as well. Another very important thing I want to mention is that if you view historical dimension correction, so you need to go to history of dimension correction. Let's say we'll see what we've done before. So if you see the history of dimensions, you can see we've done different changes over there. This is draft, that's completed, that's draft, that's failed, and that's that. So you can click on that, and you can see what happens as well. There it will show you what changes were made here, and it was correction was number 6, which was working properly, and it's gone through. So the status showing up as completed here. So it's obviously we haven't done anything the analysis side. You can also copy to draft, or you can validate undo dimension correction. So you can also do undo dimension correction. Whatever you've done, you want to change it, click that, and let's do that. So let's see. So it's scheduled now. Just make sure if you have anything scheduled already, and if you try to do another one, it will say that the other one is scheduled. So at one time, possibly you can put one job queue in one dimension correction in a job queue. So once that one's done, then you can do it again if you have any problems. For example, if this one is the draft, if I click on draft, and if I say run, it's gonna say the dimension correction 6 is in progress and must complete before you can start another correction. So this is how you correct a dimension. I hope you like my video. Thank you very much for watching my video.